Hello, my name is Dirk Taylor. I'm a registered professional engineer, and I'm here with my good friend Josh today to show you how to install DAT system, the superior method that I created to fix cracked and bowed basement walls that are failing from lateral earth pressure. Okay, today we're looking at a classic basement wall that's failing due to lateral earth pressure. The wall is bowed inward and cracks have developed throughout the inner surface because of tension stresses that are caused from the inward bowing of the wall. We're going to install DAT system to overcome those tension stresses and to help pull that cracked wall surface back together. One of the interesting things about this particular installation is we're installing it in a house that about 10 years ago had standard wall anchors, earth anchors installed to help resist the problem. But according to the homeowner, this classic wall earth anchor system failed almost immediately after installation and really didn't do its job at all. Prior to arriving at the site today, we stopped by the house, we measured up the wall, we determined what type of system would be correct for this one. Based on the tables that are on the DAT system website, we selected the DAT 6500 wall anchor with 5/8 inch tension rods that we will install into the wall with Hilti 1/2 inch diameter HLC sleeve anchors. Using the DAT system website, we determined that the DAT 6500 anchor system should be installed at a spacing of approximately 48 inches on center for a wall of this height, this block thickness, and the soil load height conditions on the exterior surface of the wall. Okay, right now we are marking the center locations for the anchors. And we always start with the top anchor location first. Okay. And then using a 6-foot level, we locate the center of the bottom hole, the bottom anchor, directly below the top anchor. So that you'll end up with a nice vertical appearance on the rods when the system is installed. So all of the DAT system anchors, this happens to be the DAT 6500, but the other DAT system anchors are all similar, they just have different size plates with different number of holes in them. But the anchor bolt holes are all set at a spacing of 8 inches horizontal by 8 inches vertical, so that you can locate the center of the bolt holes optimally 4 inches in from each end of the block and 4 inches down from the top or 4 inches up from the bottom of the block if the block is standard block that was placed in a normal running bond pattern, which 99% of all block is installed that way. So now Josh is drilling the anchor bolt hole through the block. Okay, so we have the top anchor and bottom anchor securely fastened to the wall, and now we're inserting the threaded rod, which will apply the tension to pull those two plates together, which will actually, over time, help pull the face of the wall back together. And it's very important so that you orient the top anchor in the manner that it is, so that the connection assembly is facing towards the center, and the bottom anchor is done the exact opposite, so its fasten assembly is facing up, so that the fastening assemblies are facing towards each other. That minimizes the tension rod length. It also minimizes any tension it could end up in the connection bolts to the wall. So after the assembly is all set up, all fastened, then you tension the vertical tension rods with a wrench to about 20 to 25 foot-pounds initially. Now you will be able to come back later and over time continue to tighten the nut at the end of the threaded rod, because as conditions change outside, as the ground loses moisture and gains moisture and loses moisture and gains moisture, whenever you get to the dry periods, there's less volume in the wall, less pressure on the wall, and you'll actually be able to tighten those anchors, tighten the tension rod, and pull the anchors closer together. You will be able to take some of the bow out of the wall and close up the cracks to some degree. You won't get it all out, but you might be able to expect about 50% of the current bowing in the wall to dissipate if you tension it over time. And when I'm talking about time, I'm talking about 6 to 12 months maximum. After that time, you're not going to get anything more. Okay, so we're done with the installation. We still got to take off that old earth anchor bolt. You can see how sleek the new system is compared to the old failed earth anchor system. And so we've done this whole basement, installed 8 anchors in the basement and 1 in the garage, 9 anchors installed, a little over 4 hours. This is Josh and my first time working together. Pretty sure a 2-man crew could easily wrap up 2 of these in a day. Just continue around and look at one at the bottom of the steps. This one at the bottom of the steps, we've cut the nuts off, or the bolts off flush, so that there's no toe catchers for the kids coming down. The metal surfaces have all been brazed down so that they're not sharp edges. So this is the done installation. All we have left to do is clean up. We'll come back and we'll probably tighten this a couple times, and the owner can just do it. It's just a matter of turning a wrench on this screw periodically. Like I said, about 6-8 months, you'll see how much you can get back, but I expect they're going to be able to pull about 50% of the bow back. And after that, then you really want to finish the wall. It'll never move again, and you can finish this really kind of gross work area into a very nice game room once everything's done.